Hey guys, welcome you all in T3P Technology to the Point. In this quick video, I am going to share the roadmap, hands-on labs, exercises, and the document resources for Azure Administrator exam, or we can say for this profile. As you know, as an Azure Administrator, you will be responsible for managing and maintaining the Azure infrastructure for your organization. So this is the certification we can say, or the profile where we need some hands-on access, hands-on experience. Then only we will be able to crack this exam. So now let's talk about the key areas where we need to focus. So the thing is, these are the key areas where we need to focus if you are preparing for this Azure Administrator exam. So first thing is, let's go through them quickly one by one. So first is, you need to understand the Azure portal. So it is a web-based interface for managing your Azure resources. So you should be comfortable navigating the portal, services, creating and managing resources, and using the various tools and features which is provided by Microsoft Azure. So you should have some hands-on experience here. Next is Resource Manager, which is the deployment and management service for Azure. You should be familiar with creating and managing resources, groups, deploying resources, and using the templates to automate the deployment process. So it is very important. Next is IAM services. As an Azure administrator, you will need to manage the access to your Azure resources, including setting up user account, groups, permissions, and you should be familiar with Azure Active Directory and tools such as Azure AD Connect and Azure AD Domain Services for this certification. Next thing, you need to be familiar with networking, where you need to understand how to set up and configure Azure virtual networks, including creating subnets, configuring security groups, and setting up VPN connections. These are the things under the networking. Next topic is storage, where you need to be familiar with Azure storage options, what Azure is offering, like we are having blob storage, file storage, queue storage, and other storage we are having. So you need to understand these all, and when we can use which service, that you need to understand. You should also understand how to set up and manage storage accounts and the containers. Next is about monitoring and analytics, where you should be familiar with the tools and features which Azure offers for monitoring and analyzing the performance and the usage of the resources which you are using, including Azure monitors, Azure log analytics, and Azure alerts. These all comes under monitoring and analytics. If we will talk about the next section, that is automation, where you should be familiar with the Azure automation which allow you to automate the management and deployment of your Azure resources, which you can use through the runbooks and Azure Resource Manager templates. In short, we known as ARM templates as well. And the last area where you need to focus, that is backup solutions, or we can say DR solutions, where you need to understand how to set up and configure DR for your Azure resources, including Azure site recovery and Azure backups. So these are the just a few of the key areas you need to be familiar with as an Azure administrator. Now let me show you what are the labs you will get the access. So these are the name of the labs which you will going to perform. Here it is step by step. You just need to create your free account and do some exercise here. So you will get hands-on experience. It will be easy for you while you will go through the exam. So there are three list I can say, or there are total 17 exercise you need to perform. First is about managing Azure AD identities, manage subscription and rollback access control policies, manage governance through the Azure policies, manage Azure resources using the portal, using ARM templates, using PowerShell, using Azure CLI. So you need to understand how you can manage Azure resources through different mode we are having in Microsoft Azure. Next, you need to focus on implementing virtual networking, inter-site connectivity, traffic management. Once you are done with this networking section, then you need to manage the Azure storage, virtual machines. Then the key part is why we are managing these infrastructure. We need this infrastructure to run our application and services. So here the main picture comes, that is for implementing Azure web applications, Azure container instances, that is right now in hot demand. And next is implementing Azure Kubernetes services. So these are the things related to the application. And then for the backup, you need to understand do the exercise for backup virtual machines and implementing monitoring. So these are the labs list. So nothing to worry, no need to take a screenshot or something. You just need to go through the description, there is a link. So how it will look like, I have documented everything step by step. Let me show you how you will get the access to these labs. So guys, once you will click on the link which I am sharing in the description box, you will reach on this page where it is free hands-on lab guide for Azure Administrator. So here I have mentioned what are the key area. Here is the list of the labs what you need to go through, and you need to click on this link mentioned here. Here again you can see the list of exercises you need to perform. These totally you require approximate 4 hours time. Nothing to worry, these are all free, so whenever you have time, just do it in the slots or one go. You just need to click on this link. You will reach on the page where this screen will open. Let me show you. Before that one, you just see what else I am sharing here. Here you have the documented resources which are very helpful for this exam, where you will get the conceptual knowledge, also the step by step documents, or we can say the articles which can help you for this exam. And if you want to connect with me, you can click on these links and connect with me. Now let me show you, once you will click on this link, how the page will look like. So guys, after clicking on the link, you will reach on this page. How you need to access? Very easy. Even it is showing like it's like you can play it here. You can do it. That's you will go step by step 1 to 17, or you can just click on any one of the link. Let me click for you. Right now I'm clicking on fourth one. Then you will see the new window will open for manage Azure resources by using the Azure portal. So this is the link. Similarly, if you will click on 13, you can go directly on the lab which you want to perform. No need to go through the full again and again. Okay, so this is how you can have access to these labs. I hope you find this video helpful. These resources definitely gonna help you for your exam preparation and also for your profile in your organization. So if you find this video helpful, then click on like button, share with your friends. Don't forget to mention in the comment box how you find this video. If you are looking for some other resources, just mention in the comment box. You can connect with me on the different channel which I mentioned. See you in next video with more learning resources.